Good morning, Coach. I wanted to ask you about your top three guys in terms of snap counts off the edge right now with Van Ginkel, Phillips, and Ogba are in the top 30 on my website in terms of quarterback pressures this year. And it seems like they're really playing their best ball right now. Just wanted to get your perspective on how that strong edge play has helped your defense.
Well, I think any time that you look at individual stats, there's obviously a lot that goes into um, all 11 guys being on the same page, but at the same time, guys doing their jobs well sets somebody up on the defense for production, and and we've been like we've said all year, our guys, they work extremely hard. They've put a lot of work in, and I believe we're still improving. And we still got room to improve. And, it's really a credit to them for the execution, the communication, the understanding of what goes on in each given play. And, the ability to get some production and pressure, and a lot of times our guys are very unselfish. You'll see other guys actually open up stuff for other players, and they're just as happy that we're succeeding as a team.
David?
Hey, Coach. Going with Nick Needham at free safety last game, how did that come about in what had to be a difficult week to deal with given the uncertainty of who could be available and whatnot?
Well, Nick's a hard worker. He's very intelligent. He's played inside and outside, from a corner position, which, he's involved in a lot of communication, especially when he's on the inside. And, he's a strong communicator. He understands where guys fit and where they're supposed to be. And, and obviously he has a skill set that allows him to do multiple things. And, he put a lot of time and effort into it. And, it was credit to him to be able to kind of a smooth transition for him, even though it was a foreign position. But his ability to understand concepts and to handle conceptual learning at a fast and high rate. And I would say this is something that he's improved, each year that he's been here, and he works very hard at it to kind of know and understand, how everybody fits. And like I said, he's a strong communicator. He's confident in what he's saying. He's just a good all around football player that can play multiple spots.
Barry?
Hi, Josh. Wanted to ask you about a couple of guys, the level that Byron Jones is playing at right now. How would you describe it? How well he's playing?
Yeah, Byron, he had some production for us last week, I thought he had a very solid game. I think he's doing a lot of good things. There's a lot of things that he does on a field that I think, even when the ball doesn't go his way, a lot of people don't see. And again, he's one of those guys that works at his craft, on a daily basis. He's very good at film study. He seems to be playing some of his best ball, and we're going to need that this week, with the Saints coming up. Again, this is a big game for us, and I'm sure Byron will come in here, work hard, and continue to do some of the things that he's been doing. But yeah, we've been getting, a lot of production out of Byron for sure.
I want to ask you also about Raekwon Davis. Where is he now in his career compared to where you, Flo, Austin think he can be?
Well, I think you would have to ask Austin and Flo on that. For me, you take things as they come, and there's always, you're looking for constant improvement from each player. It's not just unique to Raekwon. And sometimes you feel like that you're getting that. And sometimes on Sundays, maybe it doesn't show up like you quite think it will, or then sometimes it does. So, and I'm not saying that it did or didn't, last week, I think Raekwon is improving. I think, he's a hard worker. I think he loves football. I mean, there's no question about that. He loves football. He studies it. He works at his craft. But I think, like, for every individual, and again, it's not unique to Raekwon, like, you're constantly working for improvement, but that's just the nature of the business. Sometimes as you're working to improve, You know, you have a setback here or there, but, you know, the ability to overcome that, which, you know, obviously Raekwon's shown the ability to do that and, you know, push forward and continue to get better. You know, it's really a credit to him. And I mean, I'm glad we have him. He's a good football player for us. And, you know, I really feel like that he is improving. You know, as far as, you know, where Flo or Austin thinks he is, I mean, you'd have to ask those guys. I don't want to speak for them. But you know, really glad we have Raekwon in the building.
Thanks.
Travis?
Hey, Coach, it seems like every week there's a play that gets made because guys are running to the football. Just wanted to kind of get your message to the team or the coaching point to get the guys to play so aggressive and so fast and always be chasing the football.
Well, I think, you know, ultimately, you know, when you're playing team defense, I mean, you definitely want to get everybody with a relentless pursuit to the football. And I don't know who said it or what quote it was, but, you know, a long time ago, somebody said, you know, you can measure the love of your teammate by your distance to the ball. And, you know, and I think you see our guys, you know, they play hard. They play for one another. There's a joy out there. And they know that people are counting on them. So, you know, their effort to the ball is very important. And obviously we highlight that when it's done well, and when it's not to the standard that we believe it should be, then, you know, we get on that too. So, but, you know, we got a lot of guys that fly around to the football out there. And again, like I said, we're going to need our best football this week. We got a great opponent coming up. You know, Coach Payton and Coach Carmichael, phenomenal offensive coaches. They make it really hard for you defensively. They got great, you know, they got a good offensive line. They got great skill players. You know, they got really good running backs. They got a dynamic quarterback that can run. He could throw. You know, this is going to be a big challenge for us. And we're going to need everybody, all 11 guys on defense, to be on the same page, to communicate well, to play with good fundamentals and good techniques for 60 minutes, one play at a time. That's what we're going to need this week. And, you know, but we're excited about the challenge.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
David?
Hey, and can't let you go without asking your thoughts on one of your defensive players scoring an offensive touchdown on Sunday in Christian Wilkins.
You know, the funny thing about that is I have not seen it. Because a lot of times when we're on offense, you know, obviously we're always preparing on what situations could be coming up defensively. I haven't watched any of the offensive film. I'm happy for Christian. I know, you know, and Christian will probably tell you how athletic he is, which he is athletic. But I'm happy for him. I'm happy for our team. I don't care who scores. You know, obviously, you know, anytime we score, that's a good deal for us. But I have not seen the play.
Did you get to see the celebration at least?
I have not.